Your body has been through something. Maybe everyone around you knows what it is. Maybe you've been carrying it privately, telling people you're fine, while something inside you is still very much not fine. Either way, tonight, you don't have to perform recovery, you just have to be here. There's a particular kind of tired that belongs to this season you're in. It isn't just physical, though the physical part is real. It's the tired that comes from fighting something, from willing yourself through days that require more than you feel you have, from smiling when you're scared, from answering, "How are you?" when the honest answer would take 20 minutes. Beloved, lay that down right now. You're in a safe space. There is no performance required here. What is happening in your body and in the quiet, worried corners of your mind is seen fully, without flinching. So before anything else, let's just breathe. In through your nose, slowly, hold for just a moment, and release. Long, slow, all the way out, again, in and out. You are here. You are breathing. That is enough for right now. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. Recovery has its own calendar, and it almost never matches the one you had planned. You thought you'd be further along by now. You thought the body would have responded faster. You thought the strength would have returned, that the fear would have eased, that you wouldn't still be waking up in the night with this weight on your chest. And the gap between where you are and where you thought you'd be, that gap is its own kind of grief. I want to say something about that gap tonight. It is not evidence of failure. It is not proof that something is wrong with your faith, or your effort, or your body's willingness to heal. It is simply the truth that recovery, real recovery, does not submit to timelines. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. That word future matters tonight. God is not confused about where this is going. He is not watching your recovery with uncertainty, recalculating based on your latest results. He has always known the end of this chapter, and it does not end where you fear it might. So tonight the invitation is this: release the timeline. Not the hope, the timeline. Hope says, I believe healing is coming. Timeline says it must arrive by a specific date or something has gone wrong. You are only responsible for the first one. Breathe in slowly. Picture the calendar in your mind, the dates you've marked, the milestones you've been measuring against. Now breathe out and let the calendar dissolve. Leave the schedule with him. God is not slow. He is precise. And what he is doing in this season, including in the waiting, is not wasted. Even this night, with its uncertainty and its tired questions, is being held in a plan that has always accounted for you. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. There is a battle happening around your healing that goes beyond the physical. The enemy of your soul is not neutral about your recovery. He has never been a passive observer of your life, and he is especially not passive when God is doing something significant. The fear that visits you at 3 a.m. is not random. The intrusive thought that says this won't work, that you won't get better, that you've been forgotten, those are not your own conclusions. They are suggestions, planted in your most vulnerable hours, designed to make you give up on what God has already promised. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full. John 10:10. Life to the full. That is the promise over you, not a diminished life, not a half-recovered life spent managing what remains. Life, full, restored, abundant. That is what is being fought for on your behalf tonight. Think back through this season of recovery. The moment a doctor said something that brought unexpected hope. The morning you woke up and something felt fractionally, just fractionally, better than the day before. The person who showed up exactly when you needed them, without knowing you needed them. Those were not coincidences. Those were God working in the midst of a battle, landing small victories quietly so that your faith would have somewhere to stand. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. Isaiah 54:17. That includes the weapon of despair, the weapon of hopelessness, the weapon of a body that feels like it is working against you. None of it has the final word over your life, beloved. None of it. So let the tight grip of fear begin to loosen right now. You are not fighting this alone. You never were. The one who goes before you in this battle has already seen its end. And he brought you into this night still breathing, still hoping, still here. Breathe in slowly, feel your chest rise, and breathe out, long, releasing, all the way. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. There is a question that recovery asks in the dark, one that most people won't say out loud. It sounds like, does God still see me? Is he still working on my case? Has this gone on long enough that even his attention has moved on? Beloved, I want to answer that question directly tonight. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. Psalm 139, 7-8. You cannot get lost from God. Not in the hospital room, not in the fear, not in the relapse, not in the setback, not in the night when hope felt like too fragile a thing to hold. He has been in every single one of those spaces with you, not observing from a distance, present, actively, specifically present. While you sleep tonight, he is not sleeping. He is tending to things you cannot tend to yourself. He is working in the biological, the cellular, the spiritual, in dimensions you do not have access to and do not need to manage. Your body is not outside his reach. Your situation is not beyond his knowledge. Your name has not slipped from his mind. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. He determines the number of the stars and calls them each by name. Psalm 147, 3-4. The same God who names and tracks every star knows exactly where your wound is tonight. He knows which part of you is still raw. He knows which fear you haven't said aloud. He knows the number that's been worrying you and the conversation you haven't been able to have yet. He is not missing a single detail of your situation. Tonight, the Keeper is keeping you. You do not have to monitor your own recovery through the night. You do not have to lie awake calculating. He is awake. He is watching. And he is good. Breathe in slowly. And as you exhale, say this inwardly. He sees me. He is working. I can rest. If you're walking through something hard right now, a health battle, a long recovery, something your body is fighting, type, I receive my healing in the comments. Let that be your declaration tonight. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. I want to pray over you now. Not around you. Over you. Specifically, personally, the way a prayer should feel when someone means every word. Let's begin. Father, I come before you on behalf of the one listening to this right now. You know their name. You know their diagnosis, their prognosis, their fear, and their faith. You know what the doctors have said and what they haven't said yet. You know the parts of the body that are still struggling and the parts that are beginning. slowly, quietly, to respond. I ask you to do what only you can do tonight. Move in this body, Lord. In the places that are fighting, bring reinforcement. In the places that are healing, accelerate the work. In the places that feel like they have stopped responding, speak to them the way you spoke to dry bones in the valley and command them to live. Is anyone among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. James 5:14-15. Lord, this prayer is offered in faith tonight. Not perfect faith, the kind that never wavers, but real faith. The kind that shows up even when it's scared. The kind that comes to this video at this hour because something in the spirit still believes you are who you say you are. Receive it, Father. Honor it. For the fear that arrives with recovery, the fear of a setback, the fear of bad news, the fear of a body that doesn't cooperate the way it should. Replace it, Lord, with a peace that doesn't make logical sense given the circumstances, the kind only you can give. For the people in this home who are watching someone they love go through this, the caregiver who is exhausted and afraid but hiding it, the family member who doesn't know what to say so they say too little, the friend who went quiet because they didn't know how to stay, give them grace, Lord. Give them the right words and the courage to show up, even imperfectly. For the financial strain that recovery often brings with it, the bills that arrived alongside the diagnosis, the income that paused, the costs that no one warned about, Lord, you are Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides, not after the crisis, but inside it. Move in the finances tonight. Open doors, release resources, and give this beloved the faith to believe provision is already on its way. For sleep tonight, specifically mercifully for sleep. Quiet the body, quiet the mind. Let this be a night of genuine rest, where the healing that happens in sleep is given full access to every system that needs it. Lord, be the healer in the night hours when no one else is working. I pray this over your body, your home, and everyone in it, in the name of Jesus. Amen. If you have a specific healing request for yourself or someone you love, leave it in the comments. This community stands in agreement with you. You are not praying alone tonight. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. I know gratitude can feel like a strange topic when the body is in pain. It can feel dismissive, like being told to look on the bright side when the bright side is hard to locate. I am not asking you to be grateful for your suffering tonight. I am asking you to look for God inside it, because He is there, and finding Him changes something. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, His love endures forever. Psalm 107:1. That phrase, His love endures, is a recovery word. Endures means it outlasts. It outlasts the diagnosis. It outlasts the setback. It outlasts the night when hope is thin and the body is tired and faith feels like a muscle you've been overusing. His love was there at the beginning of this, and it will be there at the end of it. That is not nothing. That is the ground you are standing on. Let me name some things that are easy to miss in this season. The fact that you are still fighting. That takes more than people know. Someone somewhere is praying for you right now. Maybe they don't even know exactly what to pray, but your name is on someone's heart tonight. Your body has already survived things it was not sure it could survive. It has gotten you this far. God has not been absent from a single day of this, not one. He has been in every waiting room, every hard conversation, every sleepless night before this one. You are still here, still reaching for hope. That is an act of courage that God does not overlook. Beloved, Gratitude in hard seasons is not denial. It is defiance. It is looking at everything that is trying to take you down and saying, I still see the goodness of God in this. That posture, that declaration shifts something in the spiritual atmosphere around your healing. Breathe in slowly, and as you breathe out, find one thing or just one that is still good. Let it be real. Let it be specific. Hold it for a moment. That is mercy. Receive it. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. Illness and long recovery have a way of rewriting how a person sees themselves. You used to be defined by what you could do, how fast you moved, how much you carried, how capable and present and dependable you were. And now, in this season, some of that has been taken from you or suspended, and the silence where it used to be asks a question you weren't prepared for. If I can't do what I used to do, who am I? I want to answer that tonight with something that does not change based on your capacity. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. 1 Peter 2:9, chosen, royal, holy, special possession, not chosen when you were at full capacity, not royal when you were performing well, not his special possession contingent on what your body was able to do. These are permanent designations, beloved. They do not go on medical leave. You are not less of a person because your body is in recovery. You are not less loved because you needed help. You are not less valuable because you are moving more slowly, needing more rest, requiring more grace than this time last year. Your worth was never located in your productivity. The world told you it was. God never agreed. And here is what strikes me about this particular moment. Even in the hardest season of your body's life, you are here, reaching for God, choosing prayer over despair, even when despair would have been understandable. That is not the behavior of someone who has lost their faith. That is faith. Imperfect, weary, still showing up faith. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Close, not distant, not disapproving, not waiting for you to get better before he draws near. Close, right here, right now. In the room where you are lying. You are a child of God, not a patient, not a diagnosis, not a prognosis. A child of God in recovery, held by the Father who made you and has not for a single moment stopped claiming you as his own. Breathe in slowly and let this settle into you. I am more than what I am going through. I am God's, and that is permanent. If this has become part of how you find peace at night, subscribe so these prayers are always here when you need them. A new one is waiting for you every time the night gets heavy. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. There is something the body knows that the anxious mind does not. Healing happens fastest when you stop trying to force it. Not because you stop caring, not because you give up, but because the systems inside you that are rebuilding, regenerating, restoring, they do their deepest work in stillness. Sleep is not weakness in a season of recovery. Sleep is medicine. He grants sleep to those he loves. Psalm 127:2. That word grants, it's a gift word. God does not reluctantly allow the sick to sleep. He actively gives it. He considers it a form of love, something bestowed, something his beloved receive as provision. So tonight, receiving sleep is receiving love. Let that reframe what you're about to do. There may be a part of you that feels guilty resting while the body is still fighting, as if staying awake and worrying is somehow contributing to your recovery. As if vigilance is the same thing as healing. It is not. In fact, the opposite is true. Stress actively slows the body's ability to repair. Rest actively accelerates it. This means tonight, choosing sleep is choosing recovery. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Matthew 11:28-29. Rest for your soul tonight, beloved. Not just your body, though your body needs it. Your soul, the part of you that has been quietly exhausted by the emotional weight of this season. Jesus is offering that rest directly, not as a future promise, as a present invitation. So lay down the monitoring, release the mental checklist, let go of the calculations you've been running in the back of your mind since you turned the lights off. Healing has a night shift, and it is not staffed by you. Breathe in deeply, and as you breathe out, let the body sink fully into where it is resting. Feel the weight of it release. Say inwardly, I choose rest. My healing continues even while I sleep. Stay with me. Almost there, beloved. There is more peace just ahead. Repeat these affirmations quietly in your heart, not with effort, with receiving. 1, I am healed. Not just waiting for healing, but receiving it. Even now, even tonight, even here. 2, I am more than my diagnosis. My body's story is not my whole story. God's word over me is louder. 3, I am held in the night, in the fear, in the unknowing. These hands do not let go. 4, I am not forgotten. My name is known. My situation is seen. My prayers have been heard. 5, I am strong in spirit. Even when the body is weak, something in me does not break. 6, I am loved without condition. Not when I am well, not when I perform, not when I have it together. Now, as I am. 7, I am covered tonight. Body, mind, home, the people I love. All of it under His watch. 8, I am not fighting alone. The God who calmed seas is with me in this. He has been with me all along. 9, I am receiving rest. This sleep is a gift, and healing is happening in me even as I drift. 10, I am going to be okay. Not because the road is easy, but because the one walking it with me does not fail. Beloved, before sleep takes you, let me speak one last thing over you. Not advice, not instruction, just a blessing. From a God who sees you in this room tonight, in this body, in this season. May the healing that your body needs arrive in the night hours in the ways only God can engineer. In the chemistry of sleep, in the quiet of deep rest, in the cellular work that happens when the striving finally stops. May your mind be free tonight from the replaying, the test results, the appointments, the conversations about prognosis and treatment and next steps. Let all of that wait outside the door of your sleep. It will still be there in the morning. Tonight, it does not have permission to enter. May the people who love you, the ones who are scared for you, the ones who don't know how to say it, the ones who love you deeply but imperfectly, may they find the right words and the courage to say them. May your home be a place of healing, not just for your body, but for your hope. Let something in you wake tomorrow, believing, even if only slightly more than you believe tonight, that you are going to make it through this. May the God who calls himself healer, Jehovah Rapha, press close to you in the night, not as a concept, as a presence. The same God who gave sight to the blind, who raised what was dead, who said, "Be healed," and watched bodies respond. He has not become less powerful. He has not become less interested. He is here. And may you wake tomorrow with one thing that you did not have when you closed your eyes. A little more peace, a little more certainty that you are not alone in this. a little more strength to take one more day. Sleep now, beloved. Your body is in good hands. Your healing is already underway. You are not forgotten. You are deeply, specifically, unshakably loved.